Welcome to another edition of UnvealAfrobeats podcast in collaboration with Free Me TV, Free Me Digital, Free Me Space, and Studio X. My name is Melody Hassan.
My name is Excel Joab, and today we're going to be talking about the consumer experience in terms of music. We've got a lot of talented people in the building with us, so we're just going to make the introductions. We'll start from you and we'll take it around. So what's your name? Tell us what you do.
My name is Tyra Kitunde. I'm a style consultant, aka stylist.
Okay.
My name is Vader the Wildcard. Thank you.
What do you do?
Oh, I rap. I make music. Surprisingly, double. Thank you.
I'm Quincy Jones.
Okay.
I'm an online personality within 93.7.
Okay.
Formerly with one station like that.
I'm Sheshi Lewis. New business rep, Mimi Records.
My name is Oluwapemi Akela. I'm a lawyer.
My name is Ugochukwu Ikago. I'm a writer.
Hi guys, my name is Lola.
What do you do?
I'm an entertainment lawyer. I mean, I didn't think I needed to say that.
Aside from being a troublemaker.
No, Jesus loves me.
Okay. So yes, we're going to get straight into it. Just like Excel said, today is we're discussing consumer and how they take in, the arts, the craft, and what you give them to and what you bring to the table. Now, the first question is, why did you choose the part you're on? That is from the first person.
Okay, for starters, I love looking good. I try to envision how I can look, how someone can look through my own eyes. So someone took a chance with me. So I used to work with an e-commerce company. So from there, I started picking up outfits they were going to wear on the platform and all our brand ambassadors. So from there, so I took it as an hobby, and I've been working on it, and I've been building myself on it ever since.
Yeah.
Okay. Veda, how did you choose to rap? Or did rap choose you, as you all say every time?
Or is it because of unemployment?
No, I actually quit my job to pursue rap.
Wow.
So rap chose you.
You chose rap.
So I chose. Chop it.
You chose rap.
I chose music. Let's please. Music. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Why did I do that? I'd always been fascinated by words.
Okay.
Right from the cradle. I didn't have a childhood riddled with toys and whatnot. I still don't know how to ride a bicycle till date. Oh, it's all, yes, that's your business.
How is that a cute thing?
Let him talk. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Veda, continue.
So I had books and backlogs of journals, and those were the things I digested while growing up. So I think that in a way fine-tuned my thinking, with words, and I'd always imagined that at some point I was going to do something that would, involve the usage of words. You get me? If it wasn't journalism, it would be rap. You get me? But then, at some point, I was dead while I was in school. While I was in the university, I was dead. One dude wrote a rap verse, and then he brought it to me. And I told him, bro, this is nonsense. I just think it makes sense. And then he told me, he was like, you can't critique this unless you write something better.
Yeah.
So that's how I wrote my first verse. It was shit.
You can say that it was shit or it was dope. Which one?
It was shit, but it was better than what he wrote.
Okay.
So I came back, I'm like, yo, this is it. Now I be this, yeah. And then everybody agreed it was unanimous. I'm like, I can do this. You get me?
So you have something.
You get me? I can do this. So I did it, and again, and again. I kept it. You understand? But music has always been in my family. My great uncle is the late high life artist Eddie Okonta.
Oh.
Yeah, my great uncle. My grandma, till she passed, was in the choir. My mom is still in the choir. My sister is in the choir. My younger brother is in the choir. My dad tone deaf until he passed. So music had always been in my
family.
You get me? So at some point, I felt that I had to project. I was working, but I didn't derive a sense of spiritual fulfillment in it. In fact, I quit a month after I'd been promoted to become the head of admin.
Wow.
A month after, I knew I had I had gotten to
Your peak.
my peak. I didn't want to do that anymore, so I quit, and I went for the what's it called? This national rap competition,
Okay.
and I won. And
And that's it for you.
yep,
Quincy,
Yes, ma'am.
why did you choose the path you're on?
It was almost by accident, to be honest.
Okay.
I've always loved radio. I've always been a radio head since I was a kid, right? But there's this, I think, 100 level. My department in school it was compulsory to do, the internship program in between, and I had to choose in between working at my father's place, which I did not want, and then from there, it was actually my mom's driver who got me the place to intern. Shout out to you, bro. Sorry. And then from there,
Okay.
intern from here, next, got a job, and then I'm here.
TJ.
Yeah, for me, it starts with, a genuine, love for music, first of all, yeah.
Okay.
So while growing up, of course, we all love music, I guess. So at a point, as an adult, studying the music industry, seeing how these things work, I realized that some things a lot of artists do not know, like, things that I feel like should be natural. Like
Comes
some
natural
kind
to
of,
you.
Yeah, And I realized that a lot of artists do not know it, like, they don't know beyond the basic things, like, get money from shows or get money from Spotify, and that's about it. That's like what everyone expects. I'm very sure, seeing that a lot of artists, starting upcoming artists, don't know basic things like, like how to get your career started. They have to wait for one label or wait for one savior or whatever to come, get everything done for them. I don't want to talk about, the big artists, because I don't want to disrespect anybody.
Yeah.
But artists not having the ability, the mental
Lack of knowledge, basically.
lack of knowledge, and enthusiasm, basically, because it's lacking knowledge is not the issue, but not wanting to acquire the knowledge. That's where the issue comes from. So I'm very sure a lot of artists don't know that you can actually get money from things like sync licensing and in other opportunities in the industry, like the gathering opportunities in the industry. So that's my basic intent, is to make artists, especially upcoming artists, see that you can actually make a living other than being on the stage all the time.
Do you know what we present us to?
Okay. So
can I make money from this?
I hope to make money.
okay. Thank you very much, Quincy and Vida. Why did you choose the career path you're on?
I think for me it was just interesting how the entertainment industry was.
It's not interesting anymore.
No, like at that time when I
developed
the love for it. I've always loved music. I sing. It was just just there.
Just in the shower.
You just start in church. Yeah, but it's just
Laptop record.
just another part of my life. But I think it dawned on me when I was in 300 level in uni that I didn't just want to do the regular law.
Charge and bill.
However, when I finished, I still did like a year in corporate law, but I wasn't just feeling it.
Okay,
It wasn't
like
the
divorce
thing,
lawyer.
the whole court thing. But I wasn't. My friends in school thought I was crazy. I said I just want to do entertainment law because it wasn't a thing. And for a school like mine, I went to Labison Obajo University.
There's no network.
I love you guys.
There's no network. Yes.
But I think it's the same as so many schools in Nigeria.
Except from Unilag.
Yeah.
That what?
And UI.
Many state schools.
That what?
So many schools in Nigeria, you couldn't get so much on entertainment law except for what you see outside of Nigeria.
Yeah.
But I was just drawn to it, and one or two things happened, and the rest is history.
Okay, awesome.
Right, for me, Sarah from Alright, so basically, but for me, our stories are not being told well. With all due respect to people that have been doing it so far, and I feel like there's still a lot to do. We have like 30, how many states in this country?
36.
36 states in this country, and we'll have artists that have come and gone. We'll have people that are still here. We'll have people that have played a key part in the industry. We don't know them. All right. Yeah. And it's sad that sometimes the people that will highlight are like the big artists, forgetting the fact that the people that play in Chigaru around their lives that make them who they are. So it's not just about artist A or artist Z or artist Y. the end of the day, what about these guys?
Who behind the scenes?
People behind the scenes, so people that play important role in the industry in terms of the development where it is today. So I'll miss all these stories because the thing is that when we see artists, we learn from their mistake. All these new ones, all the people behind the scene, the A&R, the strategies, the PR guys, and the rest of them that play a key part. Some of them have been bought in the industry. Some of them have lost money. Some of them have lost fortunes. Trying to because they believe in an artist.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, nobody's telling their stories. And that is not how a culture evolves organically. If you look at US, for example, there's a Scott Braun behind Ariana
Grande.
And you see, so these are stories that we're not telling, and maybe because we don't think that is interesting. But I think that for me, that's what brought me there, because I was doing other things in writing, but which was more of covering politics and every other thing. But I got bored because in Nigeria you can get arrested easily. Entertainment.
You can still get,
No, but nobody do anything for the entertainment industry. If you block me, I block
Sorry,
you.
what?
Say what?
Say what?
We'll come back to that.
But for me, why is
everybody they use DSS? So.
but I think for me that was the love, and that was what brought me. But I've always followed music from day one. But I didn't grow up with the sound of Lagos. I grew up with Osadebe. Sound that was rich. You could feel it. The rest of them. So
it's not rich now.
Sound that was rich. Shots fired.
It's still rich at this point. If you wipe away the content and rest of them. So and this sound that you still like vibe to today when you get in that mood. So for me, it was just writing these stories, helping people that are already doing it in the industry, because we have amazing writers, we have people that are covering the culture at the moment, doing things. But the thing is that it's not something one person can do.
So right? We need more hands. We need more
capable people. We need people that understand it. We need people that see things differently. It's not just about the artists. There's a whole ecosystem. We have stylists, we have DJs, we have who are focusing on these guys. All right, nobody is doing that, and you can't just tell. It's a single story, and whenever we do a single story, we hit ourselves, and it does us something that it's a big disservice, because you can't just do one and leave the other one. Same thing with everything. So the story must be balanced. The artists and people that play part. So I think
with these few points of mine.
Okay. So basically, do you want to tell untold stories?
Yeah. I don't think it's untold stories, because for me these are stories that people know, but people don't want to talk about it.
So they're still, and they're not telling it.
They're not telling.
Unsung heroes.
I think
it's not just unsung heroes. If I get you correctly, you're trying to cover stories that we traditionally do not tell.
Yes.
About like people that we traditionally do not focus on.
The people that we traditionally do not focus on. For example, now I know that there's been what you call a discussion. I'm a consumer, right, and I enjoy music. For example, we've had big songs that come out over the last few years. You hear the artist, you don't know who is the songwriter, and you watch one funny TV station in Lagos. There's no songwriter credit, and the song will play for 4 minutes or 2 minutes. It will finish. Another one will play. It'll be there for like 1 hour. No credit. You don't know the songwriter, and the ones that give credit a few years back, there was drama around it. It does not make sense. All right, this is not how you grow an industry. Songwriting is an industry on its own. They have an award over there in the US that you give these guys because they do something amazing. So it's a problem, because at the end of the day, it affects how consumers see these guys. Because if a consumer understands that this beat I'm bumping in the club, or when I'm driving back home, when I'm inside traffic, Lagos traffic, this is the guy. So you give them much respect. They even attract revenue. They attract value to their own side of the industry. It's not about the artist.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lola. Why
are you a troublemaker? How do you do for a living?
I hate this narrative.
Why did you choose the career path you're on before you correct the narrative?
Yeah, before I correct the narrative. So I don't think I should be on this table, because I feel like I'm just an electoral observer. But first of all, if they had asked me what I wanted,
you'd probably not be doing this.
I'll be doing this, because at 200, like Pelumi had said, for a law in Nigeria, there's no entertainment law in any school. But as a 300 level, there's something we call IP law. That everyone, it was an elective for my school. I feel it's for all schools too. Yeah. At that time, as a 200 level, 100, I might even say, I already had the fight with my parents that as a 200 level first semester, that I'm not doing it again. I was already, it was it for me, because law was too sober for me. I had to be, we'll be in class, I was probably at the back wearing earpiece, and they'll be like, what the fuck am I doing here? Jesus Christ, what am I doing here? So as a 300 level, I knew that there was entertainment law, because I had people that, but it wasn't in Nigeria, so it was just, I'm like, so I got to 300 level and told my father that if you want me to do law, it means that I have to do entertainment law. And that was the deal. And so from there, I was a studio rat. I I'm a field rapper. But I was still street rap.
Like you rap?
Yeah. And now I could still play my songs for you, and you still be like, damn.
No.
That year.
Not here.
No. 2008.
Lola, don't worry. We don't want to hear.
Okay, so
thank you.
At that time, it was I'd managed like 3 groups in school. I was the party guy that never went for parties. So I just knew that it was entertainment or not. So it's like telling me to do any other thing. Now I cannot function. Like,
okay.
It's just like, it's entertainment. I would die here.
Party guy that didn't go for party.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know you're the host, but
No.
what career path do you? Why you're this guy?
I'm gonna ask you to melody. Just
No.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
it's only fair. So,
I should have asked you then.
So traditionally, I don't have any business in the entertainment industry.
Spiritually, God.
I have no business. Spiritually, I come from a very religious background. Very, 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 very.
I wouldn't have guessed.
So
you don't look it.
But my father had a very big love for music. So he had. I remember being a kid. He had a very big ass radio. He would play Christian rock.
Big ass or big radio.
Nice.
Christian rock, Christian rap. So, these are genres of music some people don't even know exist. That there's Christian rock and there's Christian rap. And Christian rock is amazing. Go find
country as well.
So from there, I went to secondary school. I socialized. And socializing with people means that you get to hear new sounds, right? So I get to school, people play me new songs. I'm like, oh, this is nice. I start developing a music culture for myself. Went to one of the best schools in the country, University of Lagos. The home of entertainment and all that. So then
Last is dusting you guys on this podcast.
And at the same time, I have always loved literature.
Okay.
China Achebe, wearing his shirt, is someone I looked up to, and I said, I'm going to be a writer. And so I had a love for music, and I had a love passion for writing.
Okay.
So I'm going to put the two together.
All right, so Melody, tell us about your story.
Okay, so my story, how I started radio. So I definitely cannot go into details and say, so I had to do this, I had to do that. Now everyone talks. So you made mention of stories being told and all that plenty story. We cannot deny the fact that when we listen to radio or when we hear music, we can guess correctly 5 songs that you're definitely going to hear in the next 1 hour. So when you listen to radio, you're sure that some songs are going to play. And so it got boring to me, as a person. So it was really boring. I'm like, so why do we always play the same songs? Why do we have the same songs on radio? Now, wanting to be on radio or wanting to create my own thing or have a playlist or whatever, basically me as a person, all I just want to do is play songs that we usually never hear on radio. So that's just basically my radio story. Songs that are not popular but are fantastic. Songs that you rarely ever hear, or guys who constantly complain about, oh my God, I have to go through a lot to get my songs played on radio. Just reduce. I can't do it, I can't definitely put everyone on, but just reduce the amount of people who have to go through so much to get their songs on radio. That's not all there. That's promoting emerging artists doing good music.
Shout out to you.
OAP. That's why I shouldn't have said my story. That's why I shouldn't have said my story.
Why is it that as early as 7 a.m. You turn on your radio, they are playing loud music that should be played in the club? Like, why can't they just play like something very calm? I'm going to work. I'm trying to be calm.
I think that.
Let me answer. It is real demand. I promise you that. Take for example,
7 a.m.
Yes. If a Vader should drop a song the day that somebody you just mentioned now drops a song, everyone is going to, I'm really sorry, but everyone is going to go on social media to talk about the other person who is more popular.
God, hear my story,
Vader, sorry. And request for his song. How many OAPs play Vader song? And Vader is a dope artist. So
I get it.
Do you listen to Veda's music? Sorry. Do you listen to Veda's music? So thank you so much.
Welcome.
It's my fault. I will rectify it.
I'm going to look for you now.
You should look for him. Thank you very much. So don't blame radio, blame the consumers.
So can I?
Yeah,
sure.
So the first part of it is you're unconsciously accustomed to
a certain pattern to which radio was, which was wake up in the morning, it's slow, and then the tempo builds up around 10 a.m., and then it keeps going higher, and then the later part in which you get during the day is more hits. The biggest and the baddest jams that will make you dance and whatnot, and then when you get to around 11 p.m., it goes down, and then into 1, it goes. Who created that format? So, the moment we're in, no, I'm trying to tell you where we're at the moment, right? We're at a point where there are options. And Melody knows this, I know this. Sorry, for the sake of those who don't know, there are several formats of radio. Shut up, baby.
Okay, so you want to give us the format of radio?
No, I'm not exactly going to do that, but I'm just going to randomly say, look, there are several formats of radio. What you're describing, I'm going to have to mention one at least. It's just CHR, contemporary hit radio. It's just, consistent hits, banging music, your favorite songs, top of the mind awareness on whatever everyone is feeling at the moment. Just it doesn't mean some other stations are still not doing what you want.
Okay, thank you so much for coming in, DJ A4.
I love you, Lola.
Why did you choose to be a DJ?
Because I have passion for it.
Fantastic.
Because I don't see me doing something else apart from DJing, because it's my way of life. Music is life. So I don't hear music as I am a graphics designer and a DJ.
Okay.
If I don't listen to music, I can't get my inspiration to actually put it in work into graphics.
Wow.
I can't work well. I have to listen to music. So
I like fashion, so I like your glasses. Can I take it?
Nice.
Okay, so moving on to the next question. So you spoke about unheard stories, songwriters not getting credit. Now, that's going to take us to our next question. How do you feel about creatives being restricted when it comes to expressing, their art, when it comes to doing what they do? Now, we always, in Nigeria, we love to blame people. Oh, so OAPs are not doing this, journalists are not doing this. But most people do not ever want to admit to the fact that these people are actually restricted. Take it or leave it. You see that up-and-coming artists that image saying, you're not playing my song on radio. I'm sorry, the OAP does not own the radio station, and sometimes they cannot play some certain songs if the songs are not as good as they want to. So what do you think about, creatives not having the exclusivity to do whatever they want to do or express themselves however they want to express themselves?
Right, see, I will speak as a consumer and as somebody that's worked at an agency before.
From journalists to the writer.
From journalists to the writer. So I think the whole cycle, for me, I think creatives need to understand that even though that you have the freedom to create, right, the market doesn't give you that freedom to decide that your product will be number one. And nobody owes you anything. So if you're bringing a product into your market, it's not a must that a consumer, me, myself, any other person here will pay and put a premium on your product. If your product doesn't get my attention, I'm not going to switch. It does not make sense for me, right? Because it's all about value. So what value am I getting from what you're creating? It's fine. So we'll allow you. There's freedom to do anything you want to do. Please create what you want to create. But at the end of the day, you come back to the consumer. What does the market want? And does this thing make sense for us? So when they say things like that, I think they don't understand. And because creatives need to understand that going into the market, doing anything that, even as a writer, I have my hit was sometimes things that are supposed to be working is not working for you. And I understand when I'm dealing with artists or dealing with A&R and every other person, nobody owes me anything. And with that understanding, so you do the ones that you can do for yourself and make sure that you're not limited by the constraint that you see as a creative. There are people that are listening to you. There's a core base. So what the problem is that you have artists that wake up and feel like they're like the John the Baptist. They just had the inspiration from God to start doing things. It doesn't work that way, all right? We're in an age where everything thrives in community. If you're starting something out, maybe you want to be a musician, you want to write, you want to do things, you just want to enter inside Alaba Market or a computer village, nobody will pay attention to you. All right? But if you start from building a community, building a hub, people that understand it, people that vibe with you, people that get what you want, organically it grows. You can't plant yam in Kavanchan and come to Lagos and Bodilon to reap apple. It does not work that way.
Okay.
The analogy
is
wrong. You're angry. It's wrong.
Let's
Alright, but I think that as an artist, one of the things you should consider is what am I doing this for? Like, is it to get money or whatnot? When you ascertain these facts, then I think the question is answered. Because if I know that it's funny, and I don't want to sound some type of way, but it's just the truth and the reality of the creative space. Do you understand? When you think that, man, not to make money, do you understand? I'm doing this.
No, I think you don't get the question. So I'm saying that. How do you feel about creatives not being able to express themselves however they choose?
Yeah, she's putting herself in
that's what I'm saying. I'm putting myself. I'm saying that question.
Okay, no, like.
I need to understand that question better.
Okay,
creating, expressing themselves while creating the product.
No, after creating the product. So now, I give you examples like OEPs. There's some songs that even if I want to play, take for example, like this is my friend, and he releases a song that I think is really dope, and I want to play it. My boss can say I should not play it.
That's a hindrance.
That's a hindrance. Okay. But Excel won't get to them be like, why is Melody not playing my song?
And she claims she's supporting Imagine Artist.
Thank you. How many Imagine Artists?
I feel your definition.
Melody a fraud.
Yeah, I feel like your definition of creative in this should be the creatives behind the scene, not creatives in front of the screen. So that's where everybody's
exactly.
So
like journalists. Yes. As whatever it is that you're. So
okay, like you said, I think it has to do with the market, basically. You know, it's about like when you're serving people, you know, you have to their need and demand comes first. You know, for instance, now if you want to make this water, you make this water based on how you consume it. It's based on what's in the market, what are they opting for, what are they about, basically. Yeah, because if you don't put them at the forefront of your creative process or whatever, I feel like in a way you end up just serving yourself and ignoring, and then anyone who goes for them, they go for the person basically.
And you won't even make money.
You won't even make. So I feel like what comes first? First of all, it has to do with the consumers. So maybe where we can change that is educating or informing the consumers that see how we can go about this before we can just wake up one morning and just be like, okay, this is how I want to do it, because it's just you and the 1,001 people out there who are going for that thing.
Nice, Quincy. Quincy.
Can I touch on them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I kind of feel like I don't really agree with a lot.
Okay.
The angle of, as far as I can remember, the angle of you have to make money, you have to check out what the money is and this and that and whatnot, I don't think it's true. And then you said something about it's about getting the product right.
Yeah.
What's the market
saying?
What the market is saying. Yes, that's it.
Because the market is constrained by demand and supply.
No. I like that. But you see, there's also the part where you bring out human examples, right? Now, you asked, what's it called? There are lots of limitations for a creative. In short, I feel the word freedom does not exist. That's how bad.
Is it when creating or after creating? Because we're saying the word freedom does not exist. Because
for someone to be a creative, it's not after the fact.
It has to be.
It's the product.
Okay.
So it's during the process of creating. There's no creative after the fact. Okay. Unless it's just someone that wants to steal someone else's idea and say it's the creative. I don't know what that is.
That's a remix.
Yeah, exactly. Better remix. Do you understand? So it's during the creation of the product itself. So I feel that there's no freedom to that. Okay. You mentioned one. I'd use that as a point, although I went against it to a certain extent. You're restricted to making money. No offense intended. Mode 9, toe to toe with a lot of international rappers. I would call and say, Baba better pass this guy. Come on. Look, Joel Ortiz was trending at a point in time. I had a song with M.I. and M.I. bodied him. Ice Prince did better than Joel Ortiz on a song. And Joel Ortiz is
one of the best rappers in the world.
Let's not even mention him as an individual. He is Slaughterhouse. You cannot find him. Sorry, bro, I'm coming to you.
No, that's the name of the song. That's the name of the song.
Sorry. You get what I mean?
Is the name of the song?
Yes. Do you understand? His Slaughterhouse. There's no bad rapper on Slaughterhouse. On their worst days, they will body the top rapper at the moment. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And our guys still body them, and these guys are not even half as good as Mode 9. And I can categorically tell you that Mode 9 did not make the money that he deserves.
Yeah.
So you need to weigh in on that as well.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much around it.
Vida.
Tonight.
Vida.
Here's the thing, though. I think there's something that we have to reconcile here. Like, everything starts from the perspective of the creative and what exactly they want for themselves. Understanding the market that they're going into. You get me? You're not going into this under duress. There's not.
Bless yourself.
You don't have a gun to your head before going into this.
I feel sometimes they do. Some do.
No, hold up. Like, okay, let's
Don't sign to record labels.
Come on.
No, it's
Some sign to record
no.
Let me land.
finish.
To go into a record label, you must have been making music. No.
So
Is it not because you're an artist? That's why a label will sign you.
Yeah.
So you have already decided on your own that you want to make music. You get me? So, like, before arriving at that decision, there are a whole lot of introspection that should have happened, within yourself, that this is the kind of product I make. This is the kind of music I make. This is the market I'm going into. What I'm making right now, how accessible is it to the people? How acceptable is this thing to the people? Will people instantly gravitate towards what I'm doing, or it will take time, or they won't like it at all? Am I doing this for the wrong community? These are the sort of questions that you have to ask yourself first before deciding I'm an artist. You understand? So you know the kind of music you make, the kind of shit you make, and you decide that, okay, with this is the kind of music I make. I can go into the market now. I already know that the streets won't fuck with me. So nothing concerns me with the streets. I make music for the elites. And then you go straight for the elites. You understand? Or you make music, you're like, man, the elites can't fuck with this shit. It's the streets. You go for the streets. You know where the problem is? Where we have the problem is that when artists go into this thing, there's no research. And then we all want instant gratification. You get me? That's why you have conversation with artists and they tell you immediately, like, label no sign me. Baba God, when you go do this and all that, you understand? And I begin to ask you questions like, did you have this like talk with yourself? Because you can't be stupid. You know the sort of music you make. You know the sort of connect you need to make. If you make the sort of music that you know DJs won't randomly spin in like street carnivals and whatnot, don't go and meet the DJ.
DJ A4.
You understand? Like, you know the sort of connects. You know the sort of connects that you have to like make. You understand? The sort of people who gravitate towards it, towards what you do. So that's the first question. That's about the restriction of artists. You don't push out something first and then begin to wonder why people don't
like what you're doing.
Because you already know the sort of people who like what you do.
So Vida, I absolutely agree with everything and I get what you're saying.
Okay.
But I have a question also as a consumer. Now you're saying basically simply put, everything you're saying is know your market and
build your
know your market, pay attention to your market and feed your market.
Them, basically.
Okay, so now you're a rapper.
Yes.
So I want to ask you a question about this market you're speaking about.
Yes.
A lot of rappers get into the industry knowing, I am just speaking as a consumer.
Facts.
A lot of rappers get into the industry knowing the state of hip hop in Nigeria.
Yes.
Knowing how the kind of money you're going to make probably as a rapper in Nigeria as compared to pop artists.
Yes.
So if I'm just going to go by what you said, you're supposed to come to the industry knowing, so this is hip hop and this is the money goes to the pop guys and everything. And because I am content being a hip hop guy, I'm just going to stay in my lane and feed my people.
Yes.
But 2 years and 3 years, or 2 years, 3 years, 4 years in, they start to do pop songs.
Yeah.
So what happened to knowing the market, feeding the market, and staying with your market?
It's an issue of choice. You get me? Before you start, you may have decided that I'm going to build a fan base based off of hardcore hip hop rap, and then at some point I'm going to switch because of the money. There's no crime in that. You understand? Where the crime is when you get into the market doing hardcore hip hop, you are not making money and you are angry.
Why are you angry?
That's the problem.
Why?
Next. Let's see.
That's the problem.
Okay. Next.
Okay, from the aspect of fashion and styling as a consumer, before I started styling artists for their music videos, I used to be very critical about the outfits I see some artists wear. I mean, it almost feels like they give them the bare minimum effort. I mean, there's some things that many artists are wearing in their videos, and it's something you can just see across the streets, and you just be like, and if you now hear the amount of the prices that they charge these artists, you begin to wonder, so where was the creative work in it? I don't know if you understand. So I got into music video, then I started seeing the problems. Number one, funds. Many clients don't like paying for
Those are the restrictions.
those are the restrictions. Many clients don't like paying for a very well structured creative work, and once you decline a certain client, they move to the next person, not knowing if the next person is better than you, or maybe the next person is just going to do like the bare minimum. For me, I like to go deep in my work, and the second restriction is timing.
Crazy.
Second restriction is timing. You can say a client that will call you today, they want to have a video for tomorrow, and you as a stylist, you're meant to go and gather outfits within 24 hours. Impromptu. I mean, and for me, I study the artist. I want to know the kind of music you sing. I want to know what the director of the video is trying to portray. I want to know this. I mean, in music videos, it's not just one person. It's about 10 to 20. It's about 10 to 20 or more. So it's not something you can do within 24 hours. And that's what most of them don't understand.
But on that, it comes with the territory though. Because like, even if you are working in a corporate establishment, there are always, crunch, deadline, whatever that you have to meet up with.
Yeah.
If Beyonce hits you up that she needs a costume in 5 hours, you produce it.
No, but I don't think Beyonce would do that because she's.
See, that's the thing. See, if you want something to be.
Sorry, I beg to I don't like it when people come and say
not
like
for a red carpet.
Do you get?
For a music.
I said for a music video.
For a music video.
Yeah.
For red carpet,
I'm saying there are deadlines. There are deadlines in every industry. There are.
Let me give an example. For Olamide, ID Kabasa, Wizkid, what's the name of that song?
Sorry.
How can you forget?
I'm sorry. TJ Omori was called up. He was even supposed to travel that day. And he was called out like, Wizkid is around. We don't know when Wizkid will be around again.
We need to do
We need to shoot this video.
So Lola, you were saying something.
I just beg to differ. I'm the kind of person that I hate it when you call. Not like I'm a microwave person. It means that I could do. It's like someone calls me and tells me, "Oh Lola, he hit me up and say, oh, I need a contract." I had that contract in 1 hour, but I told him I want 48 hours.
Yep.
I will overpromise you, and this is somebody that I told him 48 hours. I'm going to give it to you on Thursday, and he called me up on Tuesday. In the next one I sent it to him, he called me on Saturday and said, Lola, where's the contract? I sent his mail. I'm like, do you even check your mail? So that's by the way. But you're saying that it's Beyonce. If Beyonce needs something, the reason why she hit you up at 5 hours before was because the person that they would have hit did not give them.
Like
you cannot. No, I beg to differ, and that's why Nigerians make a whole lot of mistakes. That's why somebody will wear filler and say somebody said Tiwa is doing Nike. She's a Nike ambassador wearing an Adidas.
Do you understand? So they don't take the creative part into consideration. Some of these so-called stylists.
That's more institutional.
I want to get.
Some of these so-called stylists, they're going into this because that's what they think they can do.
Before we drag on this issue, I want to get DJ A4's input on this. What are the restrictions that you're a creative, so you're a DJ, right? Like, what are the restrictions you face with your work? What hinders you creatively?
For instance, I have artists who come to my DM randomly and say, bro, I want you to play this song and also.
Oh, I've cut my sub.
You said what?
I've cut my
He's one of those people. He used to do it.
Continue. I'm feeling that your answer.
So the way you just come to me and just say, guy, how far? Play my song. I'll send you a recharge card. Excuse me.
Again, I've cut myself.
Do I do this for recharge card or something? Even if I would play your song, first send me the song. Let me listen to it. If it's good enough for the people to hear and it sounds good,
I'll put it on.
I'll put it on and I'll play it. I'll put it on my mixes. I'll give you a slot.
Okay.
But some people don't understand that first impression matters a lot.
A lot, man.
Before a guy once came to my booth when I was playing at a gig and he was like, "Guy, how far? Just mentioned the name of the song. I was like, guy, I don't know you. Did you give me your flash? Did you send me your song? You didn't send anything to me. Then you just walked up to me and said, play my song. Who does that?
So basically, entitlement, you know.
So sometimes the way you approach
people
who are to put you up, like who are to put you out there that
affect you.
You know, before you step up, let me just say, this life is all about like, let me say, it's staircase.
Okay, so you're climbing.
Time. Mm-hmm. So there are some people you get to from one stage to another.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take a step forward, it might be a presenter you meet. So the way you approach that person is.
There was a particular. Okay.
Yeah. While answering, you mentioned the song may not be something people
want
vibe to.
Yeah.
So like while you're cutting your mixer or whatnot, that are people so determinant of the kind of songs you put?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Sure. So that still goes back to
some people insist in singing. When you
right?
Can I talk, please?
Yes.
When you drop a mixtape, some people insist in seeing your track list before they can actually download your mix. So sometimes when I pull out a mixtape, I don't do track list because I have few upcoming artists on it.
So it doesn't. That's nice.
Nice guy.
Do you understand?
Okay,
That's
so
very creative.
Before we move on to the next, I just want to add something to this, and I'm a guest. Well, I just want to add something.
Okay, yes.
I'm a guest. I think it's an issue of value, right? So, like everyone has said, all of you said the same thing, but you guys don't know. You basically said, figure out the market, play the game, right? That's what all of you said, because you still brought up the market when you were explaining, and you explained that contemporary hit radios have a certain market to appeal to, and they have to play certain type of songs,
which is people who want hit songs.
So it's still market. Now, I'm going to use an example. MI had wait, chill. It's not where I'm going to that people think. I felt MI has his albums, which are mainstream and have dance songs, pop, commercial songs, and he had his mixtapes, we were pure rap. He fed the mainstream audience and he fed the rap audience. Some people are not talented enough to do that.
Okay.
Some people are not gifted enough to do that.
Wow.
So, like he said, find your audience. If you can do both, play both. If you can't, find the one you can do. Feed them. I don't expect Johnny Drill to do a Shaku Shaku song. But Johnny Drill is doing good.
Yeah.
I don't like he's catering to his market. So I don't know, but if you're an upcoming artist watching this, please don't feel like you have to go and do what everybody is doing. If you can't do it, please don't do it. If you do what you can do, believe me, there's a market for you. In Nigeria, we have a rock concert every December, October rather, Rocktoberfest. Rock music in this Lagos. So please.
Okay, so now next question. As a service provider, do you sometimes feel disrespected by the people you're providing this service, people you're giving this service to? Do they sometimes disrespect you? And this is like from a personal angle. You are a stylist, so I want everyone to talk to us from their angle.
Okay.
Yes. Stylist.
Yeah, I can't talk for everyone, but I feel insulted most of the time.
Wow.
Because it's never about verbal insult or any word like that. We have the shoot is set for, let's say, 9 a.m. We as stylists, we get there like 7 to just get everything ready, and the artist that were meant to shoot is coming in by 12 noon. That's an insult, because we all have places we're coming from far. We have places we're coming from far, and from far places, and we had to wake up early to get everything, your outfits, everything is in order, making sure everyone is in place. And you there are the star of the shoot, you're not around. You're taking us about 5 hours before you come in. That's one. Secondly, some artists will come, they'll come early, they'll come late. When they now come, they can't get into character until they get high.
Typical.
So those factors.
Music is spiritual. You have to be spiritual.
You don't have to be fact. I mean, it's a music video. You're not like even singing the song. You're just acting.
Just to vibe.
You understand? So it's very insulting that everybody had waited for you. You even came late. Everybody had waited for you. Then you now come and you now say you can't come on set if you're not in cloud 9. I mean, that's an insult.
Okay.
Because
Vida,
Uh,
because
okay.
not only this question is not just from the angle of you providing service, it's also from the angle of
the
being a
consumer.
So Vida, as a consumer,
Yeah. Sometimes. Well, I wouldn't say. The only time I feel disrespected, like what I get often is like people want to like feature me on a song, and then they try to tell me what to do.
Like how you should sound.
They try to tell me, it gets I want me you bounce on the song. Like, I get this picture from my head. You understand?
Quote and unquote.
May you bounce like this.
Is that a bad thing?
No. That's why I said it's not. I don't see that as disrespect, but I find it a little uncomfortable. You get me? Because like if you see people who can do that, not that I can't do it, but you get why you call me to come do this. You understand? So like if you're saying that I should come do this, don't try to force me to
change who you are or your style.
Something like that.
Okay.
But what I find disrespectful though, I'll tell you,
Yes.
is when I come up with, like I'm in a social gathering now with people and then they are smoking and I don't smoke because I don't smoke, you get me, and they're like, you know they smoke? I'd be like, no. They're like, how you can't write all those lines? I'd be like, you stupid, what's this? What's this question? Like, I don't understand. Like, how can you come up with this sort of lines and you don't smoke weed? How do you do it? And I'm like, bro, like, where's the like?
This connection.
You get the stereotype is offensive. I'd be like, which kind? How would you just naturally assume that it's only weed that can provide you this sort of level of lyricism? It's offensive.
So it's a stereotype that's
yeah, you get me. I don't like the stereotype where people say, once I plow like this, yes, those lines will come. And like, if you know they there before. When you smoke, bring down come. Don't look up. All those
I think you
angels.
should speak for yourself though, but some people actually cloud it and
Some people cloud it and get spiritual.
So no. So you're telling me that if somebody didn't have a tendency or a propensity to be lyrical, ordinarily, depending on have the tendency, you now smoke weed. You're not telling me the depth of lyricism is going to come. No, it has to work on something.
Sorry, no.
I'm talking about lyricism. I'm talking about lyricism. I'm talking about lyricism. I'm not saying vibe. I'm saying lyricism. The words you come up with.
Quincy wants to take this.
If you don't know the words in reality, hold up. If you don't know the words in reality, if you don't know those the verbal construct, if you don't know those words, if you are not familiar with them when you are sober, it will not come to you when you are high, because the highness will not work on emptiness.
Definitely, yeah.
So like, and I'm talking about lyricism. So there must be something that the highness will work on.
Yeah.
So yeah, even when it comes to the aspect of lyricism, maybe I agree. I definitely agree with you. I'm not a rapper, but I'm just thinking, because you know how they say hip hop is. I mean, talking as a consumer, they say hip hop is beyond the lyrics. It's about the attitude and all of that. Maybe some people the swag. Maybe some. Take for example now. For me, maybe I am a fast talker naturally, and I am a fast talker naturally, and I want to rap, and I want to do this I want to do like maybe slow motion. So they say I have to take something to just be slow, to give me the attitude of the whoa, and you know that now is whoa. That's what is raining now. We just slow down. So you have to slow down the I'm just saying, but people are slow now.
That's another aspect of it. Like where I usually get these sort of conversations is the lyricism.
Okay, I get that. Quincy, at what point do you feel disrespected?
Plenty times.
Give us scenarios.
The several occasions. I mean, one fast rising artist. I use the term fast rising. I don't want to use upcoming anymore. It's been bastardized.
Okay.
That will just, as he mentioned, or who even mentioned, that will just message you and believe that their father owns the radio station. You'd have guys that are not even as big and then call in favors like they were the one that gave you the 6 years of slavery that you did to get to the spot you are in broadcasting. You will now have the big names.
Bless you.
Oh, by the way, my book is coming out soon. It's called The Oldest Intern.
I like that caption. I like the title.
But the guys that are big and feel they can just, they feel they're doing you a favor.
Yep.
Say, and they never call you directly. Your Melody Alpha now.
Why not?
So, you know, it's like, hi Melody. There's an attitude. Hi Melody.
I am.
This is.
I am Drake. I don't want to use any Nigerian artist. I am Drake. Say, oh hi Drake. Can I be on your show like in 2 hours? Bitch, you don't fucking own my show. Like, no offense, no vex. That's why I haven't granted some interviews with some people. I get things where they do. The same way I have to call you a couple of, probably even weeks and months for you to appear on the show. The fact that you're big doesn't fucking mean I'm gonna give you whatever shit you want. Do you understand? It's a lot to this game.
So
and
yeah.
then there is consistent. And then some label owners job believe say based on the money. In short, yes, plenty label owners of artists that are not good, label owners of artists that are good, label owners of artists that
The entire table.
We don't know what they are doing.
do you understand? Do you understand? And then I feel really insulted when you drag me all the way from my comfort zone to come listen to your artist. And then you're like, Baba, waiting you think. I feel it's not so bad, but there's a lot of work that you need to put in. You know, you need to, and by the time I finish the breakdown, you basically are going to scrap the song. Because I'm telling you, get a songwriter. I'm telling you, the producer is bad. You need to get a new beat. You need to get your sequence right. Your chorus is messed up. It's not catchy enough and all that.
So basically,
And then you feel offended.
so when you give them your opinion that they ask for, they get offended. Simply
That's
put.
my job, bro. I leave this shit.
TJ.
Yeah, basically as a service provider, my primary intent is
Which
to
one?
like, you know, I write for upcoming artists, not upcoming artists per se, but like music business pieces. Whatever I put out there, I just try to make sure that you know, it's something that artists should, you know, it's something
Know
that
about.
they should know about, you know.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's my intent. So when artists feel like they will DM you and they ask you to retweet this and or post this song, and when you don't do that, they come to you and tell you that, oh, you're all about promoting artists, or you don't post my song. I'm like, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to inform you about music business, not to splash your link everywhere on my page. So when I post people like, let's say for instance, like I post Denise's song because I had a relationship with her. You know, you see artists coming to tell me that, oh, I'm being biased, I'm being this.
Who's Denise?
So what?
Who's Denise?
So that's it. So the issue is,
She sounds foolish.
no matter what I post out there, you don't appreciate the fact that I'm trying to educate you, you know, with something, but you basically rely on the fact that I don't post your song or I don't retweet your link or whatever, and trying to make them understand that this is not why I'm here. Why I'm here is for music business, not for your link or whatever. That's
Whereas they are meant to actually even see what you are even posting,
They
to even
see
be
it
informed
actually.
about the industry.
Yeah, that's my
They see it and then
see
they don't give a
They
shit.
don't. So they just want their link on your
My
TL.
point is, don't undermine what I do because
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
tweet your link.
Nice.
That's
But let me ask, an
Fantastic.
entertainment lawyer, do you feel disrespected?
One thing happened to me very recently. I had to even tweet about it. I was just very angry.
I got you, baby. Sorry.
I think it's not just for entertainment lawyers, right? I think generally when it comes to contracts, people feel like it's not just bring laptop. I just press it like this, words, bam. And I'm sure that can relate so well. I just it's not just draft. And so this person came to me and said, I need a management contract. And I said, okay, it's fine that you need a management contract. So, but what exactly are you doing? What is the structure of this this management that you're trying to set up? I said, no, maybe I just get a random management contract. I will just see how it fits in. I said, that is my job to see how what you have fits in, how I can put it into writing.
Yeah.
I'm not your man.
Sorry.
I'm still angry thinking about it.
We're going to ask, you just...
I was livid. I just went. So it's just, and it comes on a regular, like it's something that I face on a regular. Like, say you will go to law school and come on.
So basically, so they feel like they know your job
and they
better
don't. And the
than
amazing thing is that they don't.
actually.
Yeah.
You know.
So they
That's
come
most of
on
them.
a regular?
Wait.
That's what she said.
Yours is interesting to me because you just made a switch from covering politics to covering music.
Have you switched?
Yeah, he has switched. So I don't know if you experienced it then.
You are a sellout.
Keep quiet. I don't know if you experienced it then while you were covering politics, and if you experienced it, like if you could tell us like what's like the differences, if there's a difference, or if it's basically the same thing.
Well, I think it's just for me. I like to study people, so I think it's just human nature, and I think it's still the same that is applicable on that side that's still applicable on this side. But it comes down to yourself as a person, because I've listened to everybody have said something here. You talked about the issues you have with these guys. You didn't talk about how you fixed it. All right. But for me, for example, I was talking to one of the trending producers in Nigeria. I've been in this country. It's not like I live in US. I've been here since the days of Abacha. I'm still here. So
Your analogies are scary. God.
Wait, and you see producers that have come and go. You know, they're like the dry season and rainy season. They keep coming and they keep going.
They will not like
it forever. So you're talking to this producer that because of some things that you're doing, I think it's good for the industry, for the culture to amplify it. All right. You know, I'm talking for my community as writers, and because you've done this on the political side, like you're doing this covering music, the person feels that he's doing you a favor
by granting you an interview.
Yeah, bro, you're not doing a favor. And the issue is now is that when you book an appointment with this person, the person fails to come, and the next thing that they will tell you, send me the questions, I will do it, and I'll come back to you. I tell them, see, bro, let's keep it there. It's not part of my editorial policy. If you don't want it, it's fine. And I'm not going to knock on your door. So I think for me, it's part of the thing that people need to understand that it's part of human nature. Because you see, when these guys blow up, like they feel that they own the universe, they're running things with Lucifer or with God, whichever path they choose. But the issue is this, that you're nobody. Man, people in Jalingo don't know you. So you are big where you are big, stay in your heart. So I think it also with us in the industry, different role we play as stylists, as lawyers and the rest of them, that these people should know that is a relationship. If I have a business with you, if I have an appointment with you, and I get there before you and then you come in, I shouldn't try to get a picture with you, hug you. You're not Santa Claus. I will tell you that things, this I didn't like this thing, that you came to this place is a disrespect to me, to my craft, to what I do. So that is how I fix the disrespect. Do I get disrespected every day on this thing?
Yes.
Bro, I the chop am. Excel knows, but the thing is that if I chop it from you, I will not chop it again, and I will tell you, and I don't care. Your story is not. You're not the good news. Now that are you? There is no. It's not the good. It's not the gospel. So it's not the gospel. So if
someone watching will call you.
That is the person's business, all right? Because I'm trying to do a job, and if you cannot respect me enough to grant me that audience for us to do what we have to do, then you can go away wherever you want to. You can go to make room. But if we're in that space, we should respect each other, and that is the problem with the creative industry we have in Nigeria. Artists feel that they are Jesus or they are Muhammad. You are not. The person that is on the bottom of the person that is at the bottom of the ecosystem, be it the writer, be it the lawyer, like you treat your lawyer like trash. That's why your career will end up. You start crying.
Shots fired. All right.
That from a personal experience.
Thank you so much. DJ for
you as a DJ.
But it was him who started.
I think he started.
He wasn't the
No, we have to see Lola's disrespect. And how Lola and do this. I trust you. Fire for fire. Drakaris. Kalisi.
Lola, sorry.
I feel like disrespect comes every time.
Yeah.
For me, it comes when I'm wearing different caps. So sometimes I'm wearing the cap of a man. Sometimes I'm wearing the cap of a lawyer. I'm just going to go straight to the solution because disrespect will always come.
Yep.
So disrespect that I feel like everybody in my firm does is, you've done it, we'll meet you in front.
Okay.
That's a vindictive.
No. I mean, we've done you've disrespected me. I'll let you go, but I won't. When I
we live to fight another day.
Exactly. I pick my fight.
That is true.
So when immediately you do it, I'm not going to let it. Not like it won't hit. It hits. I'm human. It will hit me. So immediately you tell me, I'm going to say, yo, is it that? If you think it's your money that you're going to give me that's going to make me happy, take your money and go. Or if it's so important that I know that you need that thing very well, I'll do it for you. But I'll meet you in front now.
Okay.
There's some doors you can't open and I'll be there and I'll be like, you remember that day? But I won't now mess you up. But I'll tell you, remember that day? Are you going to apologize now? Yeah, I will not.
Are you feel indebted?
I mean, no, I'm not indebted. Are you serious? No, I don't feel indebted. So when I tell you that,
the person will feel indebted.
Yeah, so when you're like, okay, now, because there's no how, you know that door you have to pass through me. I remember that day that you messed me up. I'm probably going to even say, okay, come, but you know that I don't fuck up. Then your job will not be plenty because now you want to open the door. You now have to go and look for the key, and the person that's holding the key is me. So you see how you're gonna apologize? No, I'm not even. They don't even owe me. Why? I'm not Jesus.
You don't have to say it. It's registered in.
They'll feel that way. They'll
feel that way. So either way, they'll now know that next time
you don't do that.
You don't do that.
Okay, so Excel, do you sometimes feel disrespected?
No, not all of us. We're not wicked enough. We're just trying to tell you guys that when you disrespect people,
all of them in their family.
One house.
So
Excel.
I want us to move on to the
Nobody
next
can
question.
disrespect you. How did they disrespect you? I just want to.
I want us to move on to the next question. But I'll answer. Yes, there are times where I get disrespected, and the solution is this: as much as you are offering value, remember not to be friends with these people. These people are not your friends.
Okay,
they are not your buddies.
Artists are not your friends.
They will try and form friendship, bro. Don't fall for it.
They are clients.
They are not your friends. They are
your
clients. You can be a fan of their work, but still keep it at the back of your head that I am providing you a service. Because it's when you're not because me and you sat down and drank Hennessy one day, you're not coming and say, come and do this thing for me for free. Or as a lawyer, you say, send me a template. Something that I say you're already asking for. What you're asking for now, you're consulting. That's consulting. You say, send me a template. No.
Give me food.
It's a business relationship.
Someone said that she dropped something and they'll give me food. Am I hungry?
Food is still good now.
You send me with that card. Is that not bad?
One house, please.
Okay.
Very deep, but sorry.
No, I'm listening.
Very
We'll continue.
brief. I love what you just said.
About artists not being your friend?
So deep, right? Because on a personal note, and I'm sure you have experienced it.
Let's not make it about me.
No, I'm not making it about you. I'm making
Can
it about
you let this
everyone
man
who
live?
does, I'm just trying to not get on your case. But what I'm trying to say is getting burnt is
inevitable.
The first order
of business. Yeah, it will happen.
We consistently get burnt.
Every day.
Every single day. And where I'm going is this. Look, I still don't want to stop trying. Right? Because I keep doing it for everybody. I do it for a lot of people for free.
And because you go into the business with passion and all that.
I do everything.
Even when they disrespect you.
I mean, I meet these artists that I'm fans of, literally. And then some people think, no offense, let me just call. I got a couple of messages, like 5 messages, as of 2 days ago, concerning Black Bones. Say, Papa, you no fail. You just support Black Bones. Another person sent me a message, Papa, the money with Black Bones give you plenty. This. I'm just feeling this guy as an artist, no homo.
Oh,
come on. All over the sentence. I feel these guys' music. I feel the drive. I feel the persona. It's a complete freaking package.
The narrative
that you just have to love. No offense, right?
I get you.
I'm not talking to you. Swipe. As I was saying, I feel this guy so much. Now why?
I get you.
Oxlade. I did playing song. At least if you don't do 3 songs, it must air every time I'm on air, and I'm on air every day. Do you understand?
And
it's love. It's genuine. So why don't you get your fucking product in check, build your persona, have sense, have respect,
Let him hear that.
and let there be a balance. Respect is not about boss, chairman.
Word.
No, bro, I open my DM for you now. The amount of boss I see on my DM, you don't say you the see messages, Baba. If I open message for you, I do live video early this morning. By the time I go finish my live video in less than 30-something minutes, I don't receive hello boss, chairman, my oga, like 20 of them. No jokes.
Quincy.
Sorry, I'm rounding up.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, I'm rounding up. I'm sorry. I said I'm rounding up.
Let him hear it out. No, what he said is very important. Let him hear it out.
Oga, chairman, boss, not by that one.
I'm not your baby.
Una believe say
they call you
Two-Face. Now what you do? No.
Hi, pretty. Don't do that.
Baba, 20 years after, bro, the first time I met Two-Face in my life, he was out here greeting me like we partied together yesterday. It was different. It was genuine. It was not because he was Two-Face. It was just different. It's not
like that.
Not be chairman, bros, Oga, Baba. Don't be by that one. Fuck all of you. Look, there was a time. Hold on, I want to call someone out. No offense, I still love him. I love his music, and I will still play it.
Okay.
But Ricardo Banks, he get period where they see Ricardo Banks like say, Baba, I see Ricardo Banks pass myself for mirror, bro. No jokes. You know, it was so consistent. You know, we say he come, he carry money come.
That's together.
Baba Alpha, yo, what's up, bro? Alpha now. Hey, I used to have a show with Kemi at the time. So yo, Kemi Alpha now, where you there? Hey yo, bro, Alpha, where you there? The office. Okay, they come, bring pizza and stuff and some other things. Right? Say, Baba, make we chill. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. No problem. Are you doing this because of music? It was a vibe. Yeah. It was a nice time. Yeah. Do you understand? And then there was all that Baba Chairman P. Right? It didn't make no sense. Do you understand? But I just felt, no, my guy be this. Now the burn with pain me pass from the early stage be that. And then I will come see outside.
That's Ricardo.
Yes. After it don't blow. Bear in mind that between this transition, I'm still out here supporting. Now, because of Ricardo, Korede Bello blocked me. I'm not even joking. Because at the early stage, while Godwin dropped, right? I said, man, fuck it, man, I'm drunk. I just say everything. I said on air, continuously, I said, look, Ricardo will last longer.
Where?
In the industry than Korede Bello. I said it from the early. You last where? On my dick. This kind of question, no, I'm sorry. I was just joking. But what I'm saying is that look, this thing, the initial grab. Korede Bello will find it really hard to follow up from this hit because it's too massive. Yeah. Right? No offense. He might pull it off, he might not. But Ricardo is still going to be bigger.
And Korede felt some type of way and blocked you.
Baba, I said I even want just one tweet, one of the songs. The time when he dropped song with Kelly Rowland, what's that song again?
Like that.
You know, I was going to tweet like, "Yo, this is my vibe." I wasn't playing this guy's music, boy, even after what I said. It's no hard feelings. I have listeners to cater to. Yeah. They're more important than you. No offense.
You have opinions.
Do you understand? I'm just saying what I feel is the truth.
Yeah.
And no offense, it kind of happened. I'm good at my job. You know, just saying.
We don't have a lot of time, so we're going to move forward and just give us like rapid answers. Are there times where you feel like someone is like someone is jacking your style or stealing your design, or they take your concept and they don't give you credit?
Yes.
I'll give examples. There's a time something happened on Twitter. Toby Bakare posted a picture. And people were saying the photographer didn't get credit, one thing. It was a messy situation. There was also another time. This one is the more ridiculous one. Mocheda posted a mug, right? And she said she's selling it. And there's someone who made that mug, right? And it's on her page. And she goes like, yo fam, that's my mug though.
No, I don't think Mocheda said she's selling it. She posted the picture.
She posted the picture or something. No. Mocheda said it would soon be available or some shit like that. She was going to sell it. I'm serious. Remember, if it was just posting, that's praise.
Because the girl said you stole my picture.
Yeah, she stole it. And Mocheda was telling and the babe was explaining to Mocheda that, look, this is my shit. You can't just post it and say whatever. And Mocheda was like, and you make mug first.
Oh my God.
So I'm giving you analogies. I don't know if there are times where maybe as a lawyer you make a contract or something, somebody can copy and paste your contract.
Can they do that?
Or your style. I don't know.
Excuse me.
So if you have answers to this, it's like you
very quick.
You've been nodding your head, sir.
Man, happened recently. So that's why it didn't pay me. Okay, so I had this very popular friend. We're no longer friends anymore and everything, but we still follow ourselves on Instagram and everything. So I do this thing, maybe because I don't have much followers or I don't have much exposure. So I went for an event. I had a particular look. That look was very unique because I take my time in creating my looks and everything. And give it 2 weeks time, he goes and put on the same kind of look.
An artist.
No, an artist, boy, he's in the entertainment business. Not an artist, he's not an actor.
Okay, but he's quite popular.
Yeah, for those famous but nothing kind of.
Wow. Bro, we have those.
Bellamy, you said something about people taking contracts and stuff. You said so.
Sorry,
You have not recovered. Take your time.
No, you didn't feel it was a compliment because imitation. No. It depends on
Imitation,
flattering.
You get me?
When you're imitating, give credit.
I understand that, but number one, we're not cool. We're not cool in the first place. And if you're going to do that, you at least give me credit. Right. Or you say, I was inspired by. Okay. I don't even understand.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Bellamy.
I think it happens. Because the job happens all the time.
Go on.
It happens, really. It happens all the time. There's absolutely nothing you can do.
Do you call them up? Do you discuss it? Do you just let it go?
Now, before I release my contract, I have money in my pocket. So whatever you want to, I just make sure that before I release any contract to anybody, before I do a contract for you, my money is sinking. Okay. I don't have any.
Okay.
I want to ask another question.
The question not going around.
No. This question is for Quincy. Melody, relax. Wait. Quincy, Melody, and then Veda will respond immediately after. Then the rest of us will go. Here's why: they are OAPs. He's an artist as well, and this has to do with Payola.
About?
Wait, Payola, right? So I was going to say, is it a thing? But that's a stupid question to ask because it's a thing, right? So, and I remember when we had the producer edition. Was it the producer edition?
It was the last one.
Some people were making mention saying it's not right and all. In fact, someone even said he goes as far as toasting OAPs so that they play a song. So, what's the deal? Yeah. Dapo Tubona said that. So, what's up with Payola? Because
my G.
so I'll start with you, Quincy. Right now there's the issue of Payola happens and it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen at all, and there's the issue of na so it be, na so it gonna go. So what's your take on that?
The question, please.
What do you think about Payola?
Should Payola happen? Should it exist in the first place? Yes, no, and give us your reasons.
My view and opinion has had and still is, maybe tomorrow it will change, but for now, is, look, the product should be right. And if the product is right, you should assist whoever it is. Now, the volume of the people that their products are right is it incomprehensible or uncomprehendable? Which one?
We understand.
One of them, but you not go feel understand that. It's not right.
Okay.
You shouldn't have to say, give me this amount. I'll give you this amount. You will play up this amount. All that type of stuff. Now, that said, if I get your song, and this has happened countless times. If I get your song and I play your song because I like it, or because it's good enough, or because I feel it should suit a particular segment or a particular angle, or a particular message that I'm trying to depict on my show, and you say, Baba, I appreciate you. Boss, this.
So at this time you accept the boss.
Serves. Wait, no, I'm not accepting it. But Baba, that's how it always happens. Boss, Baba, chairman, Oga,
big bro.
I beg, big bro. You don't do him. Please manage. I beg, Baba, I beg. Let me send you Hassan. You don't try for me. Bro, I'll send you my Hassan. What's wrong with you?
Melody.
Appreciate me, bro.
Okay, so definitely about this Payola conversation, I do not think it is something that is going to end anytime soon. It definitely did not start. Do you understand? It's always going to be there. I think what artists need to focus more on is your work, doing good music, putting out fantastic music, like, having your product right, working, putting in the work, because most of the emerging artists that I play their songs are songs that I saw on my tail, or someone said, "Oh, Melody, this song is really nice."
I don't even know
you.
A lot of times.
Do you understand? So it is not about payola. If you focus your energy on negative energy, that's just where you're going to be, locked. That's where you will get sucked into that energy. Do your music, focus on your music, release your diss tracks. If your diss track is popping, they play it on radio. If your diss track is not popping, we just don't play it on radio. We don't talk about it. So stop focusing on payola. See, diss tracks everywhere, up and down now. On Monday, am I gonna play it? I'm gonna play it. You know why I'm gonna play it? Because it's popping.
Are we referring to MI's diss track?
It's your diss track popping.
What?
It's your track popping. Don't be in my DM, be giving me artists and Melody. Somebody told me about you, that you are the plug for emerging artists. Okay, is your song popping? So payola is not the conversation we should be having. It's the quality of music we have in Nigeria that we should be talking about. Nice. Artists, are you putting in the work, or are you just getting featured on diss tracks with no song to back up?
All right, Veda.
Wait, hold on. There are also these guys that come at you and say, hold on.
Yeah, real quick.
Because indirectly you're making it look like, Baba, please help me.
Okay.
Go and bring
2 million. Sometimes they come at you with the money.
You get messages like, bro, please, what would it take for me to? You get, please, how much does it cost?
So,
and then there's some that's so really disgusting. You go say, yo, Wagwan. I'm not even joking. This is how I read them, because this is how they are written. Yo, Wagwan. How much now? Then after you write how much now, then you can write airplay an interview 1 month and send. And then I read. And then I close.
And you move on.
And then in between, I say Kuni Dafon.
Veda.
I'm sorry, before we hear from Veda, Quincy talking about artists saying, "Oh, Wagwan, airplay for 1 month or 2 months." That is actually because you're a guy. That's why you get artists like artists messaging you and saying stuff like a Baba boss.
What do you get?
I don't even. You think that's disrespectful? I'd be like, "Do you want to be in my DMs?" Someone be like, "Oh, Melody." No, so I'm like, "Hi, pretty."
But what do you expect?
Hello, dear. Do you want me to play your song? You're telling me why so beautiful. Okay. What does that have to do with
Veda,
anything?
Please.
Yes. So Veda, simply put, as an artist, do you pay? Have you ever had to pay?
No, I've never paid a penny. Although there have been times when people have said, to start with, I don't have money to give. So, but then there have been times when people will say, okay, bring to this and so amount. I'll be like, okay, alright, no, they're alright. It means say my song don't play for your station, that you understand, and it's cool. But over time, because I absolutely believe in things working organically, you get me. Over time, I was content with establishing relationships with the OAPs and whatnot while I was in Ibadan. You understand? I'll go to Splash FM because it wasn't far from my house. I'll go there. I hang with the guys. I hang with the guys. That was even when I started thinking I was gonna go professional with the music. So then I started asking them questions and stuff. So in a way they felt invested in my career.
Yeah.
So by the time I pushed out records, they would just say, in fact, they used to hit me up and say, Veda Alpha, you don't take where you drop something, I'll drop song, you understand? So that was how it was. And I believed that if I work consistently on the quality of my product, it will reverberate and it will circulate, you get me? So, and that's how it has been. Now they play my songs in Port Harcourt, in Calabar, in Kaduna, in Abuja, and I haven't had to pay.
And you started this networking before you started music?
Before. That's why I was talking about, that's why when I was talking earlier, I said you have to ask yourself a whole lot of questions before you go into, you get me? So
you didn't mention Lagos.
Yeah, in Lagos, because shout out Melody was popping. Hey.
Can I say something to what you said quickly? Sorry, please. You see, the problem is this, a lot of
shout out Quincy Jones.
A lot of
because he's about to play my song. He has not played it before. Play it now.
Shout out, my friend.
Who is it, my G?
Wait. See, my problem with a lot of emerging artists is this, because we've had a culture in the past where the big artists that came and passed, like the wind, They did not understand. Wait, Shiona is important. I'm saying how I feel it. They did not understand the value of press, cultivating relationship, building trust, growing the ecosystem. So it's a problem. It's like an institutional problem. It's a cultural problem. So we have a responsibility on our own part to make this people understand it. If you're a musician, if you're an artist, your job is not to sleep inside the studio like a rat. Sometimes network, go out, meet people. That is how you grow the ecosystem, because it makes it easy to talk to people. But when you stay in your small studio somewhere in Aja or
Lekki.
No, wait, how many of them in Lekki? Shangotedo. You not feel that you are the Alpha and Omega. It does not make sense. You are not going to grow. No, it's not about being personal. You are not going to grow. You disrespect.
Bro, it is personal, bro.
You disrespect the guys that on radio. You disrespect the writers, and you feel that because you have one song, uncle, you're not the first person that produced song in this country. You will go.
You know when I told him my eye, they pepper me.
Yeah.
So I want to carry glasses, right? And then my other guys, I forget that for studio, but I have this, right?
Yeah.
Now, in my entire existence, I don't know how much these glasses cost, right? But I collect them from Dremel.
Okay.
Since I don't know Dremel, in short, I knew Dremel before the import. No, I did Ibadan that period. So before the export to Lagos, when to start a radio station in Ibadan that period. So I had a meeting with Abe Gang and whatnot. But that's not even the point. But what I'm trying to say is, 2 kobo I never received from him. But as little as, I like your glasses though.
And he gave you.
So, no, you don't try for me now. About for now. Where you did? I did this place. What's up? Show up now. We the chill for this side. And then you probably have something even lesser than this. Say, oh guys, I have to bounce. Or you're at an event and I'm whispering and I say, hey, broski, what's up, man? How you doing? Nice one. Thanks so much for what you've been doing. Shit as little as that. That's why you guys don't have sense. No, listen to me. That's why you people don't have sex.
Oh God.
I don't need your money. Shit as little as these things. I don't even need your glasses. No, thanks, Drama. But I don't need your glasses, bro. Shit as little as public recognition, as little as it is. Look, the reason why I would keep on playing Oxley's song, maybe if he changed later, maybe if Black Bones changed later, maybe if all some of these guys change later, Good Girl LA change later. I'm not saying they might or they would, whatever it is. Happen, yeah. But as little as once I jam them, I can't even go make video for you. Say you did precious enough to I put you for my Insta story. Come make video for you. Come message me back. Ideal. Oh, bro, I appreciate. Thank you so much. I don't give a shit if it's someone else handling your account. I received a message from you. That's all I feel. He appreciates what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing it for this nigga.
Okay.
It's emotion based.
Let's wrap it up with Lola.
The money don't mean shit. Oh my God.
Quincy, thank you, Lola. You have something to add to this.
After Lola, we're done.
After Lola, we have one last question and we're done.
So I'm going to try to go from both ends. We always forget that when record labels and artists they're planning, they're budgeting. Have you guys seen their budgeting before? They always put airplay and they always put an amount. Like I said, I've worked on both.
Is it okay they collect the money?
Yeah, you get. So when you're doing their budget, because if you're an artist and we want to do a rollout for you, we speak to whether all these Twitter, whatever PRs and none of that. So we're going to pay them in Nigeria FM, we're going to pay them in XX FM, and then they're going to give this guy because this guy has to give the guy in the library, and the person is going to play the song. So we always like Payola has been before me. Yeah. I'm here, it's still there. After me, it's still been there. Payola, I feel that because we think Payola has to be cash, is where the problem is. Like Quincy said, it could be a bottle of wine, it could be glasses, it could be thank you very much. It could be this guy always comes to my house every day. Oh yeah, I'll play your song. It's because you're always coming to say, it might not even come for his music. It might just be the guy that just comes to play PS with you. And then you know that he's good and he's playing his song. I mean, it will be very unfortunate
to support your friend
that you are playing PS with somebody and the guy is singing and you know that his music is good. The emphasis on good music.
Yeah.
So if your music is good, and then I've had where we had to play songs in radio stations where I didn't have to. I had the money in my pocket, right? Because I felt like, oh, you know what, this person might ask for it, but then the person wasn't going to ask me for it. And I was like, oh, yo, you're gonna play this song, and when I'm giving you that money, I wasn't giving you that. Oh, you will play my song. Is thank you because you had been playing this song even before. Exactly, that's one. And at the end of the day, when you now finally put it maybe in your marketing budget, and then maybe the OAP asks you to pay and you pay them, please play their fucking song. If they put it in their contract, whether it's in their contract or not, when somebody is paying you for a service, do it. That's where my own problem comes. When they pay you and you don't do it. If they don't pay you, voila. If they pay you, do it. Then that's why they always call people out that, oh, OAPs are collecting money from. That's why they'll say Payola is bad. Because there's some bad eggs actually collecting the money and not doing it. Exactly. Or some people are collecting the accolades and not doing it. Or baby guys in his DM, guys say, okay, you know what, I'll help you. And then if you can't even promise, once the person just comes, it's like you don't respond to the DM or you just don't do anything that's going to put other people in a bad light. Payola in this country, you think it's money. There's someone, I'm not going to mention his name, shared iPad. Who are you? When iPad was still iPad. I mean, shout out to...
Yeah, we're going to go around real quick, right?
Yes.
You're going to tell us...
In one sentence.
I cut you short. Something you want artists to stop doing. We're going to start from TJ and we'll go around.
Emphasis, please. Stop doing
you started like this because the name of this episode is Dear Artist. So you say, Dear Artist, stop doing blah, blah, blah.
If you say long sentence, I cut you short.
Okay, Dear Artist, stop looking at just the pretty part of the job or the industry. Just the pretty part of the industry. Stop looking at that.
So what should you look at instead?
Start looking deeply. The business part, trends, global trends actually, what's changing and all of this.
Okay.
Okay. Dear artists, stop glorifying the ills in society.
Dear artists, learn to respect everybody in the ecosystem.
DJ A4.
Dear artists, please work on your content and work on your manner of approach.
Nice. Lola.
Again, Lola says, dear artists, there is the music and the music business. They are not the same thing. Know the music and know the music business. If you don't know the music business, you're failed.
Yeah.
Dear artists, make sure you take care of your creatives that work behind the scene. Everyone matters. Everyone is important.
Nice. Veda.
Dear artists, stop being so entitled. Nobody owes you shit.
Hey, I said my own.
Quincy.
Who's going to think on the spot? Thank you.
Dear artists, get your product right. And as he said, don't be entitled. And please stop sending boss chat. If you're comfortable about what you got, just go straight to the point. Don't ask about my family, my friends. No,
you see what I said?
There's comma.
Quincy.
Don't ask about my family. Don't ask about my friends. Don't ask about my health. Before you go to your point, I would not answer you.
Thank you very much, Quincy. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another episode of UnvealAfrobeats. This has happened in collaboration with Studio X, Freemi Digital, Freemi TV, and Freemi Space. Please subscribe, share. Big shout out to everybody that came out to make this happen. Thank you very much. Keep watching, share. Incubation, everybody, Ezekiel. Shout out to Ezekiel, shout out to Miss Smart, shout out to all the people that had to put up with Quincy today.
What I do?
Bye bye.